I have finished another 100 runs of a dungeon. This time it's Wrath of the Lich King Dungeon, Pit of Saron. So let me jump into this instance and let me tell you everything you need to know about this particular place. Yo, what's up everyone? Welcome back for another video. As you heard, it's Pit of Saron in Wrath of the Lich King expansion. I am, well, not right outside it right here because I am actually in front of the tower, or the ICC tower. Because the dungeon, as I always do, I show the location of the dungeon I'm doing. It's a bit tricky if you haven't been here before. You can't just go to the map and expect it to be there. But the dungeon is located in Northrend. It's up here in Icecrown. And then it's, well, the entrance is actually closer to where I am now than not to the actual dungeon itself. Because you have the big tower or the big castle right here. And then there's this little bridge with the Crusader or Ancient Crusader flags and the campfires or bonfires, whatever you want to call them. And then there's a little entrance here, and then you just fly in here, and there's 3 dungeons in here. There's the Halls of Reflection, there's the Forge of Souls, and then there is the Pit of Saron, which is the one that we are going to do. So let me jump into it and let me run it and let me talk to you about this dungeon, because there is a little bit different. Well, I've done it a little bit different this video, or this time around, farming this dungeon. Because usually I do all of my runs on normal due to not be, well, if you do them on heroic, once you kill a boss, you'll be daily locked out, well, 24 hours or to the server reset. So making 100 runs of a heroic, well, on heroic would take forever. So I usually do all of my runs on normal. However, in this dungeon, Pit of Saron, there is one particular item that can only drop on heroic. So I have decided to do this dungeon on heroic, so therefore I'm only killing the trash. As you can see here, I'm just going around killing all the mobs around here, but I'm actually not going to kill any bosses. And I'm actually, well, technically I'm only doing half the run, but trust me, it's worth it, because this item that you can only get on heroic, it's really good. It's quite, the prices on my server is quite good at the moment, and it has a decent sell rate, so it's not worth doing it on normal, since you can get this item on heroic. So you're better off just doing half the run, and then that should be fine. But yeah, you're just gonna kill all the mobs around this area. There's also a little trick to it, because I'm running around in my cat form as a druid. That's because I'm running faster in cat form than I do on a mount. However, you can also just you can do this on any character, by the way, and it's very short. So you don't need any speed set, or you don't need any specific class or anything like that. So but as what I did not long ago is actually I was doing it on my DH, yeah, and I was doing it on mount. As you can see here, I was just going around pulling them all on my mount, and then I was running up here up the stairs, and I was actually just gonna line aside them right here. So that's a little trick you can do. Go around gathering all the packs that you saw me just kill there, and then go up here, line aside them, and then just finish off all the mobs up here. And then once you've killed the mobs here on this ledge, is that what it's called, ledge? Just before this boss right here, you're basically just gonna run out, reset it, and come back in. It takes about 2 minutes to do the whole run. Either you do it on the mount, maybe it takes 2.5 or 3. But basically it's really short, and you're only killing like just the first bunch of, well, the first groups here with mobs, because you don't want to kill any bosses in order to be able to get the loot or this specific item. Oh my god, my words. So yeah, that was basically the run. I'm not gonna go out and reset it and show you that, because you don't use Dreamwalk for this, so there's no point. You're just gonna go out and reset it and come back in, but make sure you do it on heroic, and I'm going to show you exactly why. Because obviously you're going to get Frostproof Cloth. That is always something you get when you're doing these Wrath of the Lich King dungeons. But you can see down here I have a few quests, and the items you basically want to go for is this one here, the Battered Hilt. It's a quest item that brings you to an ancient sword, or it eventually gives you a sword. It's quite cool. But this is the item that you can only get on heroic, and you can only get it in this dungeon. So you can imagine why it would be worth quite a bit, and me doing 100 runs and only getting 2, you can imagine also it being quite rare. Therefore, it's 70,000 on my server, but has a 0.02 sell rate. I have sold a bunch of these in the past. I have not had them on the auction house for a long time, haven't been farming them, but they are so good to go in and farm. The runs takes, like 10 runs takes 20 minutes, 30 minutes, depending on how fast you can do it. So yeah, even though you're getting locked for 10 runs or for an hour, it doesn't take an hour to do. I was lucky to get 2, so that's 140 already. And then I got a damage necklace as well. That's 10k at the moment, and I got a recipe here, which well, not a design basically, which is 9.4. And designs also sell really well at the moment. I don't know if you've seen my last clean out. I've sold a bunch of designs there, but these designs are pretty decent at the moment. They're selling really well. And then I just got a few minor weapons. So a staff here, 3k. Got some a mace here, which is 5 or 4.5. We got another staff here, which is 7.4, and we got a polearm, which is 18, and then a gun, which is 43. But those are not the important things. It's actually only these ones down here. These are the ones you're getting or going for. So yeah, it's decent. I mean, if you can get 2 or 3 per hour with this price, not per hour, of course, per 100 runs, I would say that's worth it. Just to have it on the auction house at all times. They will sell eventually, trust me. I've sold a bunch of these. But for 100 runs, I have made a total of 281,000. So pretty decent. I mean, some of the other Wrath of the Lich King dungeons I've been doing has not even gained me that much, or some of the other dungeons in general, both in TBC and in Classic as well, have not even gotten me this much gold. And I know for a fact these will sell. A lot of these. I don't know about the weapons, but these down here will definitely 100% sell. So regardless of whatever the weapon sells for, I have made 160,000 down here, which is more than some of the other dungeons that I've been doing, and this dungeon takes less time to do as well. So it's definitely better than a lot of the other dungeons. And if you are looking to expand your auction house with a few more items or one more item, you can definitely go in here, Pit of Saron on heroic, and get a Battered Hilt. It sells really well, so definitely go do it. I can only recommend this dungeon. But again, make sure you do it on heroic. Make sure you do not kill any bosses, because you will be locked out. And you can, as I said, do it on the mount. Just go around, pull everything, and then go to the stairs, line aside them, and kill them off. You can, however, sometimes, well, you will probably experience sometimes that they will reset the mobs because you have touched a path that is not available or whatever. Is a bug that is in this dungeon. So I think it's something about the stairs. You have to be really careful when you're going out on the right line of sight, because sometimes they just reset, which is weird. But yeah, that was everything for this video. Quite short, quite fast, but definitely a good one. Good Wrath of the Lich King Dungeon to do, at least. So yeah, hopefully you enjoyed. If you did, make sure you leave it a like. Comment how many runs it took you to get your first one. I think I did about 50 or 60 runs before I got my first one, so you can be unfortunate and not get it that fast. But comment below and make sure you subscribe so you don't miss out on the next one, because there will be more coming. And yeah, then I'll see you in the next video. Goodbye.